Hello, my name is Grian, and we are heading straight over to the shopping district because I have arranged, well, actually it's that way, we have arranged to meet up with Iskall and False, who last episode we decided it was a draw, but yeah, I'm going to change the outcome, and I'm going to explain why right now. Guys, where's Iskall? False?
Iskall is not here anymore. Grian is here. Hello, welcome to my headhunt. Yay!
Don't sound like that.
Headhunting?
That's a terrible accent.
What do you mean? What do you mean? It's just totally me. It's totally Grian. That's rude, you know. Trying to impersonate someone else. That's not nice. What is that? A scarf?
I would never impersonate anybody, especially if they don't have an accent that I can do. So I've asked you guys to come here because of the Grian headhunt results, which I did last episode, but the actual scoring needs to be changed slightly. So I've put a couple of signs here saying, False, you are the winner. The 100% you have won. However, the scoring ended up being 197 points to Iskall and 192 points to False, which means that would put you in second place. But it turns out that Iskall actually got 10 points for complimenting me during my inspection of his vault. But
I love your scarf.
It turns out, Iskall, that you weren't even there. There was somebody in your vault doing an impeccable impression of your voice. It was amazing. I thought it was really you. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to deduct those 10 points. So that means 187 points to you and 192 to False, meaning she wins.
That means I win. Woo!
Congratulations.
Thank you, what?
Yay!
However,
you deserve it though, False. You deserve it.
You got a lot of Grian heads. However, I still stand by what I said, that Iskall had the best vault out of everybody on the server. He put the most effort in. So there's a bit of a compromise here. Iskall's going to get one of the items from this chest, but False is going to decide which one it is.
Ooh, I get to decide. Okay.
There's a lot of boxes of goodies in there.
64 diamonds seems pretty good. I mean, I'm just saying.
Nah, that's calling to me right there. I think. Ooh. Well, what do you need? Do you need any material? Okay,
so False, you gave Iskall the box of gravel, right?
I did. Yeah.
That's nice. So that all belongs to you, and the crowning prize in there is the Grian will help you with any pranks. So.
Ooh, yes, thank you.
No, I won't do a prank for you, and it won't be a prank on me. Those are the two exceptions. I won't do it solely by myself, and it can't be a prank against me.
That works. Yeah.
All right. So you can take your goodies, and congratulations on officially winning the Grian headhunt. I'm never doing this ever again.
Grian, can I just say it's a very lovely scarf, and there are more things. Oh, she took it all. I hate your scarf. It's garbage.
Take it all.
Thanks for participating.
Thank you for the headhunt.
Thank you.
See ya. Now, I'm not afraid to admit it, guys, but I messed up when I did the points. I gave Iskall far too many, more than he deserved, and for reasons that were actually wrong as well. And I cut down False's points for reasons that I interpreted differently. So let me explain. So I gave False minus points for being a poor criminal, because in my mind I wanted to see massive raids of people's vaults, taking everything. That's what I kind of encouraged everybody to do. However, with False, she actually only took a few. Now I thought she was just being a gentleman, or a gentlewoman. It turns out she was just skimming enough off the top so that the other person wouldn't notice that their heads are gone at all, which is absolutely genius and devious. The other thing is that False actually was the one that introduced the chorus fruit mechanism to get into Iskall's vault. So 100% she should have won hands down. Now that's not to say that everyone else didn't find many heads. Like Tango had 300 heads before he was unfairly raided. So just because she got the most doesn't mean that she actually ended up with the actual most green heads, but she played the game fairly and very well. So I obviously have changed it so that she is the full winner, but Iskall definitely gets something for the way that he made his vault excellent. But it's over now, it's all sorted, all fixed, and it was a brilliant game and lots of fun. So, no more to say about that, I think. But you might have noticed that I've flown over here to the creeper farm, and it wasn't for no reason. I want to go and borrow some of this. So, I'm going to just take a few shulker boxes worth. Now, I'm absolutely sure that he won't mind at all. Now, I went and got myself a little note, just so I could let him know that I needed this for a thing. Oh, wow, his system's blocked up anyway. He needs someone to empty this anyway. So we're going to fill up a few shulker boxes, and I'm going to make sure that I overpay him for it so that he doesn't get upset. The only reason I don't really want to tell him is because I don't think that he would approve of how I plan on using this. Mumbo did say I could take whatever I needed from these machines, so I'm going to pay him 1 diamond per stack, which I feel is more than fair considering I actually helped, and he actually gave me permission to take whatever I needed from this. However, because I'm actually going to use this in another shop of mine, well, it's not really a shop, it's a service. It's only fair that I pay him his dues because I plan on using all of this for a shop. And so it's only fair that I actually share some of the money that I'm going to be making. I don't know if anyone's going to use this, but we're going to go and make it right now. I think I've prepared everything we're going to need, and it's a lot of dark blocks. And I think most of you might work out what I'm up to, especially as you see this block here. Now, I'm going to use a lot of my sand to make, well, you guys know exactly what I plan on making. Some TNT. This is actually the first time that I'm crafting it myself, I believe. It's been a long time, my friend. I absolutely love TNT. It's the most destructive block there is. Now, we're not actually going to be selling this TNT, and that's quite important. We are just going to be offering our services as a professional, and I mean professional, demolition man. I think that is a decent amount of TNT to get us started, and this should be enough to be able to make the shop that we want. The hard bit is going to be finding a space in the shopping district for this, because boy oh boy, is it getting a little cramped in here. Actually, there might be a little... Actually, this might be a decent space. If no one has taken this, there's a chest here with nothing in it. No signage telling me that I can't build here. This is definitely in the shopping district, and I don't need anything too big since this is just a service-based shop. Now, what I'm making is obviously the demolition shop, okay? But I want this to be as naturally generated as possible. I want to give a proper idea of what this might look like. So we're going to make this not with our hand, but with our new TNT. Now, I'm going to go very conservative. I don't want to blow up anything around me, so I'm going to go for some controlled explosions here. Now, this is probably a terrible idea. Probably a very terrible idea. And this will give us a good chance to practice our controlled explosions. Alright, here we go. First TNT use of Hermitcraft. Oh, I thought it wasn't going to go off. I was like, oh, that did a lot more than I thought. Oh boy, that was only 5 TNT. Why did it take so long? Oh well, that was, I'm glad I didn't use any more than that. Now, if you're wondering whether it's a terrible, terrible idea for me to be playing with TNT, you would be absolutely right. Those of you that have been watching my channel for a while know that me plus TNT is no good at all. I fear for the person that really needs this service. I don't know how many people actually need something blowing up, but my goodness do I know how to blow stuff up. The crux of it, of course, has to be obsidian in the middle, and then I kind of want to make it seem like it's scorched all the way around so that it looks like a crater. Now, I've never made anything quite like this, but I understand the theory behind it. I'm just a little worried that I don't have the resources I need to finish it off. I also brought along one of my very valuable wither skeleton skulls to make it look like someone actually got scorched here. I've officially run out of the resources that I need, but this is starting to come together. The palette kind of works. It's just all of this greenery has to go. There will be no greenery here. So I'm trying to make it look like there's been an explosion there and everything that was in the blast radius kind of has died. So I've got a bit of podzol and then I'm making some pathway blocks as well. There's something amiss here. Why is that name down near me? What? Was she spying on me? Is there even a shop there? Oh. Yeah, there totally is. I'm so paranoid. And I think that is what I'm going to call it for now. I think that's a pretty good crater, and I've run out of a lot of resources, so it might look a bit janky here and there, and that's just because I've run out of a specific color. That's why I've mixed so many in together. Maybe the netherrack is a little bit higgledy-piggledy. Maybe I can rearrange some of these blocks to make it better distributed. But other than that, I think it looks pretty good. But now we actually have to put the shop bit in here. Oh, and of course we have to add some fire. Right, gonna leave a chest here, and that's basically it. I'm gonna go and write a book now and explain how it's gonna work. And you know, it actually looks pretty decent from it. It definitely attracts your attention, that's for sure. Maybe I'm just looking at it, but if I'm flying over, that really stands out because it looks like a meteor has hit the shopping district, and that's kind of what I want. So, in order to light this up, I am going to create some everlasting fire to make it seem like this place recently hit the dust. The only problem I'm having here is I have no idea what to charge for it. Part of me thinks 1 diamond for every 5 TNT used, because it involves mining sand, getting the gunpowder, crafting it, but I feel like I don't actually make much profit if I have to pay Mumbo a diamond for every stack of gunpowder I use. The math might be a little bit off. Alright, so in the chest I've got a book that says A Bad Idea by Grian, and it says, Grian's Demolition Shop, totally not an excuse to use TNT. As you can see, I am an expert at blowing stuff up, such as this part of the shopping district. I offer you my services and my TNT to blow up anything at your request. The pricing is 1 diamond per 5 TNT used. Absolute bargain. Pretty sure I make a loss on it, or maybe a slight profit. I may just want to blow stuff up. Actions can be performed anonymously. Please contact... Oh, I missed a T in there and I've signed it up. It's too late. Please contact me or leave a book with payment with instructions. Alright, there we go. That is the very bad idea, and I want to see how tempted people can get. So I'm going to put TNT there. And what I'm going to do is put some redstone dust, like so, and then add temptation in the form of a lever. I'll tell you what's more valuable to me at the moment is emeralds. I don't think that I actually want to charge diamonds anymore, you know. I think I'm going to change my pricing on everything to emeralds. Because, let's be honest here, when you die... you have to go over to Impulse's shop to make all of this stuff. Now, I've got lots of diamonds. I have 0 emeralds. I think I'm going to change my pricing a little bit. Maybe not here, but maybe over at the quartz shop, I will do that. No, 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 no. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. That could have been the biggest disaster. Oh boy. No. Bad. That's my job. No, what? That went through him! Oh, that could have been... You know what? This could very well be a very, very bad idea. Oh my goodness. Okay, we should light this place up, I feel. Okay, so that is it. That is the demolition shop, and I think it's not my best work, but I've never made a crater quite like that before. And also, you have to remember that I didn't have as much obsidian as I would have normally used. This is all I had, and I think I wanted to put it in the center. I think it's come out pretty well. Everyone should know what it is. It's definitely going to drag some eyes to it to check it out. And I wonder who our first customer's going to be. Now, no one on this server is going to employ me to blow up someone else's base, but they might employ me to blow up a big hole or some sort. But I tell you what we need to do is actually practice the use of the TNT. We can't offer up our services. I'm a bit rusty, you know. It's been nearly 7 months since I had a good go at this. And well, since we've got so much TNT, I think that we should put our skills to the test. I also think this would be a great opportunity to collect a lot of gravel. I don't actually know how much damage this will do. Maybe we should do an experiment. Because I don't actually want to blow up any of the gravel. I think this is very doable. Okay. So what we're going to do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to place a bunch of TNT in a line. I'm pretty sure it's much faster just to use a shovel, but it's much less fun as well. Alright, let's give it a go. And they're off. And... well, the redstone signal didn't quite make it, but we got a good explosion. Yeah, this is not effective at all. This is not effective. It's not efficient is the main thing. But, well, since we're here... and... woo! Okay, that didn't leave much gravel at all. Yeah, I think there's a reason no one uses TNT for this kind of job. And I think it's because it doesn't leave much left over. It's much, much simpler just to use a shovel. Something I've always wanted to do in survival, but I've never actually done, and I feel kind of naughty doing something like this on the Hermitcraft server, but I just want to make a bit of mayhem. I know I'm wasting a lot of my TNT, but you know, I'm 33 episodes into this series, and I haven't had fun with TNT at all. Why not have a little bit of fun now that I've got my hands on my favourite block? And we're off. Oh dear. Here we go. Oh no! Oh, the lag. Oh, it's hurting. It lagged me into the floor. Whoa. Well, what did we get from that? Hey, there's some emeralds. 2 stacks of TNT was totally worth it. 1 emerald, come on. Well, that was a total waste of resources, but I think we've had enough fun with the TNT for now. But something else I want to do is I've gathered up a lot of the gravel, sand that I've been hoarding and not really using. So I've decided that I'm going to sell it, especially as Rendog is online and I know that he needs it way more than I do. So what we're going to do is change the pricing that I mentioned earlier. So in here, yeah, ZF is still banned. Still banned. I wonder if he's actually sold any... Whoa, that sounded like a creeper. Yeah, it was a creeper. Oh! Man, I am so lucky. If I didn't go and check, my shop would have been a goner. Get out of here. As I was saying, I wonder if he's actually sold any. He's actually still selling quartz. Unbelievable. I've sold... I must have sold more. Anyway, doesn't matter. We are going to shift all of this gravel and sand, but we're going to change the pricing. We got a double chest here, a double chest there. It's all very messy, and a single chest there. That is quite a lot of stuff. Now I need to take... Oh my goodness. Alright, let's rename these, shall we? And this will also mean that ZF can get unbanned because he won't be able to buy them easily. I don't care if he buys them and sells them on for diamonds. I want some emeralds. 1 emerald for 1 stack. There we go. Maybe that's too expensive, but if they want this grindy stuff, then they have to pay. So the new price is officially an emerald for a stack. And hopefully, I will amass enough emeralds so that the next time that I die, I will be able to save myself a lot of bother when I'm back at Impulse's place spending a load of diamonds. Now there's one more thing that I'd like to do before the end of today's video, and I want to show a bit of Christmas cheer. I was thinking to myself, how is Santa Claus, and there must be a Santa Claus on the Hermitcraft server, how is Santa Claus going to deliver his presents if I don't have a chimney? Sure, I've got this tunnel, but Santa Claus is probably a worse flyer than me, right? So I'm thinking I'm going to add a little Christmas tree right here, and then I'm going to add a temporary chimney so that he can deliver my presents. So let's make a little custom tree. Nothing too fancy. I haven't made a Christmas tree in so long. I haven't even put up my Christmas tree in real life yet, let alone doing it in Minecraft. If only I had some of the gems left, I could use them as baubles. Now, making custom trees isn't actually too difficult. The key that a lot of people seem to forget is that you need to leave a bit of a gap between the leaves and the center of the tree, because leaves in reality don't really grow that close to the tree. They kind of grow exactly where the sunlight is, because in here there's technically shade. So you just gotta try and mimic real life. Create a ring around the bottom half, especially when you're doing something like a Christmas tree, and then you work your way up around in a cone. And then as you get closer to the top, then of course it can start to touch the actual side of the tree. It's just about the rest of it that's important. There we go. And then I have no idea what this looks like. You know what? For not looking at it, it was not a bad thing. So the places that I can change is I can shave off a bit here where I've added one too many leaves. There we go. I'm missing some decorations, but that is not a bad Christmas tree. I'll tell you what I could have done differently. I've only got spruce leaves with me right now, but if I was going to change it up, I'd mix in another type of leaf in there as well. But more importantly, we need to make a fireplace. So I've made a little fireplace here, completely made out of cobblestone. I think that looks pretty decent. Give it a little bit more shape here or there. I like it. To keep it nice and cozy, I'm going to add loads of netherrack in here. I think I could add a few bits of netherrack there as well, and we could have a big fire. That looks really cool, really cozy. Now, obviously I need an actual chimney now, so I better finish it off. This kind of thing's got me all in the mood for Christmas now. It's obviously starting to get around that time. I'm probably going to regret breaking this, but I do want the chimney here to stick out quite a bit, so that Santa Claus may visit me. Now, this hasn't actually gone too much to plan, but I think as long as there's a way in, that's the main thing. There we go. I think that is a decent enough entrance. Let's take a little fly around. Oh my goodness, look at all the mobs. Anyway, let's take a little step back. It looks pretty awful, and that was kind of the point. It does not fit in this build at all. It definitely needs a lot of tidying up. But I can fix that pretty easily. And I think that just about does it. From the inside, it doesn't look too bad at all. We have a chimney, and we've got a fireplace, and we've got the Christmas tree. Now, I'm going to wait until I can get my hands on some gems, and then we're going to decorate it. But I think that is a pretty good place to start this all off in our Christmas spirit. There is an entire district dedicated to the festive season, but I haven't actually got any plans for it yet. But the main thing is here that a person delivering presents that may or may not wear a red suit will be able to come down here and deliver me gifts. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I certainly enjoyed making it. And goodbye.